Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to another GeoGuessr video. Today we're doing something a little bit different today. We're going to try out a new game show, a game that I've somewhat stole from a British television show, but also kind of originated it myself. It's going to be called GeoGuessr Pointless today, as you guys can probably tell by the title. Should be quite fun testing this out for the first time, and today we have joining us, we have Blinky, Zigzag, and Finbar. Blinky, go for it if you'd like to introduce yourself first.
Hello, I am Blinky. I am a GeoGuessr player.
Perfect.
That's about everything.
Perfect. I figured man of few words. Oscar, if you'd like to hop in here.
Yep, I'm Oscar, aka Zigzag, also a GeoGuessr player. I'm from Australia, I'm 25. I don't have the greatest geographical knowledge, but I'm still, a geography enthusiast to some extent, so we'll see.
Perfect. And then Finbar.
Hello, I'm Finbar. I also play GeoGuessr, and I would like to give a rare shout out to the country of England for having good game shows.
Oh, okay. I thought that was going in like a completely different direction. All right. Well, thank you for that, Finbar. All right. We're starting off GeoGuessr Pointless today. Let's hop into the rules. All right. So the rules are going to be, we're going to be doing a 1v1v1. There's going to be 6 rounds total plus a final round. Each round is going to have 6 possible questions. Turns will alternate as we move round to round. So if player 1 goes first in round 1, player 2 will go first in round 2. To win, you want to be the players with the lowest possible score across 6 rounds, trying to get as close to pointless as you can. So it's going to be on a scale of 0 to 100. If I deem a question as harder, and through the play testers, they've also deemed that question as harder, it's going to have a lower score. So each person goes in order and gives one answer for one question on the board. Questions that are tougher will be assigned a lower point value, as I said. And if the player answers a question incorrectly, the player is informed that they are incorrect and their turn is skipped. That incorrectly guessed question can still be guessed by a player who is behind them. If that question is guessed correctly, the player is informed that they are correct and their score will be revealed at the end of the round once everybody has completed their turn. All right, and the winner after 6 rounds will play in the final round by themselves to try to become a GeoGuessr Pointless Champion. Does anyone have any questions before we hop into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, Blinky.
Can you explain that thing again with the what? Guessing.
So there's 6 possible questions.
Being told which one is your answer being correct or wrong or something.
Yeah. So there's 6 possible questions on the board. If you get the question correct, you're informed it's correct, and then you'll see your score or your total points for that round at the end. But if you get it incorrect, then you will get 100 for that round, and then people behind you can still guess that one to get the score associated with that question. Does that make sense? But
if it's correct, then why don't you give the score when...
Oh, because the way that I have it set up in the presentation, it's all going to display at once at the end. I didn't want to find a way to click and reveal it at that moment, I guess, if that makes sense. So it's easier for me to reveal it all at the end with the way that the presentation is set up.
And also,
yep.
You said the scores are from 1 to 100.
Sorry, 0 to 100.
Okay.
Minor correction. There are pointless answers, yeah. And then to win the final round, you will need to get a pointless answer. So you need to get a 0. All right. Just basing off of pure order, does anybody here want to go first? All right. Finbar, you're the volunteer. You will go first.
Okay.
Yeah, you lost.
I'm after laughing, yeah.
Blinky will make you go second. Oscar, you can go third. Doesn't matter. You guys will each start 2 rounds, so it should be totally fine. All right. And if you're enjoying this content, please like, comment, subscribe. Shameless plug. It helps out the channel. Brings you back for more future geography game videos. All right, Finbar, we're going to hop into round 1 here, and it's going to be called Bird's Eye View, okay? So we're going to see a satellite image of a city pulled from the Chat Guesser map, and you're going to have to tell me exactly what city that is. Obviously, some will be harder than others, which will obviously correlate to lower points. All right, here we go. Finbar, you are first.
Okay, how much time do I have?
I'm giving a 1.5-minute timer for each. I have the timer up here.
Bro, I'm so bad at this. What?
There are obviously easy ones in here, as you can see.
Well, I have an easy one, but I don't want to say the
But
easy
the
one.
risk
unless
is,
I can't think
do
of
you want to
anything
take
else.
them? Yeah, exactly. Do you want to take them? Because it might be higher points.
Bro, what?
All right, you have 45 seconds left here, Finbar.
Oh, Jeff.
Jeffrey Jeff.
Do they all have Street View?
I can't answer that, but well, you know what? I will say yes. All of these have Street View.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not just going to pull up. I feel like from the GeoGuessr map, I'm not going to pull some obscure town that you've probably never looked at on the map. You know, you definitely know all of these cities, 100%. All right, 15 seconds left, Finbar. I'm going to need an answer.
Okay, I'm gonna have to lock in Geneva.
For which?
For the bottom middle one.
Bottom middle for Geneva. That is correct. Good job, Finbar. Good call. All right.
I mean,
Over to Blinky now.
No, jeepers.
Here we go. Starting the timer.
I don't know, like the harder ones. Like, what the hell is top left?
There are a couple of these that through the playtesting nobody got until I had to give multiple hints for it. So, you know, just keep that in mind of which that could possibly be when you make your guess, I guess.
Oh wait, I know the top left one. Maybe it's not that hard, is it?
All right, you got 50 seconds left. If you want to rip it early, you can.
What about this one then?
Oscar has a lot of time to think through these. He looks a little bit puzzled.
Yeah.
So he's trying to.
I mean, I took Oscar's one probably. No.
Trying to work through it.
I know all
I
but
didn't.
one, but that last one might be the best scorer.
All right, you got 20 seconds left here, Blinky.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to go top left, New Orleans.
All right, New Orleans is correct. Good call there, Blinky. All right, Oscar, over to you. You cannot go for top left or bottom middle.
Okay. I feel like going third on this one is actually the worst. But I'm gonna go bottom left. I think it's San Marino. I can see individual buildings, so it's a tiny town. I think it's San Marino.
All right, bottom left is San Marino. Very nice. So you guys all get a question correct. Does anybody have any guesses for top, middle, top right, and obviously bottom right? I think is the easiest.
Yeah,
I
bottom right
think
is Lima, right?
Yep, Lima.
Yeah.
And
Top right, I thought was
right.
Jakarta.
Top right
Yeah.
is Jakarta. Yep.
Top middle, I have no idea.
Is it like Manaus or something?
Top. That's a good guess,
No.
but it's it's in South America as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's something
Wait.
Latin America.
Oh, then
Is it what's the one in Peru?
It's not Peru.
Iquitos.
Not Peru.
Oh.
It is a neighboring country of Peru.
Is it Brazil? No.
Nope.
is
Is it Guayaquil?
it Santa
It's
Cruz?
Guayaquil. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, right here.
Nice, Finbar. All
I thought you
right.
could see the okay.
So New Orleans is going to drop you in 20 points there. Pretty hard one, I think. Like, if you don't recognize, like, the water shape being north, which is kind of weird for most cities, that's not on the Great Lakes. Guayaquil would have been 3. I mean, obviously the hardest one there, I think. Jakarta, 43. San Marino, 63.
What?
Geneva's
What's that?
38.
Wait,
And Lima
boom.
is
I'll take it.
83. Through the playtesting, I mean, San Marino we thought was quite easy because you could see the entire ridge in the middle there.
Yeah.
All right. So scores on the doors. Blinky's at 20, Finbar's at 38, and Oscar at 63. So anybody's game. We'll start with Blinky for round 2.
I was gonna say I only got New Orleans because of the causeway thing. Because
Yeah.
otherwise I thought it was the coast.
That makes sense. All right. Next round is going to be called Lights, Camera, Action. Here, you're going to get the name of a movie, and you're going to have to fill in the city that fills in the blank in that movie. So, for example, we'll see something like Blank Nights, and that would be Shanghai Nights featuring Jackie Chan, something like that. Just an example. Hopping into Blinky, starting here we go.
my god.
I will say we'll see how Finbar fares on this one because not sure how many movies he's watched in his lifetime.
Awesome.
Sure, he knows some.
Oh, but you score 100 if you get it wrong, right?
Yeah, you score 100 if you get it wrong. You have 45 seconds left, Blinky.
I think I know the top one, but I'm between two cities, and I don't remember which one it is. I might risk it and go for Midnight in Philadelphia.
Midnight in Philadelphia. That is going to be incorrect, unfortunately,
Oh.
Blinky. That is 100 on that round. All right, over to Oscar.
Okay, well, I'm glad I'm going second this time because I think I only need two. I'm pretty sure it's Budapest Hotel, so I'm gonna go for that. If I'm wrong, then
All right.
yeah, I don't watch movies. So.
Grand Budapest Hotel is correct, Oscar. Very nice. That is correct. Finbar, over to you with your last pick.
I mean, I feel like I just have to go with the super obvious one because that's the only one I'm certain of. Like, I feel like I've heard of 310 to something, but yeah, I'm just gonna go Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I think.
All right, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is correct. Very nice, Finbar. All right, top is, unfortunately, Midnight in Paris with Owen
Well, I was
Wilson.
thinking that, and then he said Philly, so I was like,
Yeah, but I
some
thought-
other American city.
Well, I thought the second one was in Paris, so that's why.
Oh, the second one?
Yeah,
I thought
isn't
you
there a
went-
movie called In Paris?
It's called In Bruges.
Okay, but like it's probably 10 movies called In
We'll get a
Maybe.
fact check on that one. We'll get a fact check on that one. All right, Grand Budapest Hotel is correct. That's going to get Oscar 73 points. American Werewolf in London, 28. 310 to Yuma was our hardest one with 3 points. And Once Upon a Time
yeah,
in Hollywood is a 93 for Finbar. So
I'm not too surprised
Quite
with that
high.
one, to be fair.
all right, so scores on the door is very close. Blinky still in the lead with 120. Oscar has 136 and Finbar has 131. So anybody's game moving into round 3. Oscar, you are starting. It's going to be called Inline Outline. You're going to get the outline of a country. You're just going to have to tell me what country it is. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh joy. Okay. Oof, man. That is cheeky because I'm pretty sure I know some of these, but I'm not so sure that I want to actually go for it, you know?
That's fair. That's always the risk with the 100-pointer on the board. Like, yeah, I'm trying to think about what movie you were thinking of. Maybe you were thinking of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song or something?
No, I'm thinking of the Tom Hanks movie.
Oh, I think it's just called Philadelphia.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. I'll do
maybe
some
like a French
Googling on the
name
side
type
here.
Situation. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just called Philadelphia, but yeah, maybe in French it might be called In Philadelphia. I don't know.
Okay,
can-
I'm just gonna have to go with. I'm thinking that there's a few that aren't really worth going for, so I'm gonna go for top left, and I'm gonna say it's Togo.
All right, top
I'm not
left
sure.
being Togo. That is incorrect, Oscar.
Oh my days!
That's a
Okay.
100-pointer on the board. Finbar, you're next.
Well, I know what the top left is, but I don't know if that's the one I want to go for. Because like I have a theory for top middle, but I don't know if I want to go for top middle. And then bottom right, I have no clue what I'm looking at. But I just don't know if top left or top right is better to go for, because I know both of them, but I just don't know which one's better.
Do you want me to tell you who the playtesters are? No, I probably shouldn't. That would be not wise.
Bro, no, because like, I don't know which is better.
Oh, you have 40 seconds to make that decision.
I'm not even certain on top right. I'm only like 90%. Is it that? Maybe it isn't even that. Okay, I'm just gonna go top left, Benin.
All right, top left being Benin is correct. Nice job, Finbar. And we will drop it over to Blinky.
I feel like I should know top middle, but it doesn't come back to me. So I can say out loud what I think the others are, right?
Of course, yeah, because you're last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd like to walk
Like,
through your
top right
thoughts. Yep.
Yeah, top right is Andorra. And bottom right, I thought was maybe Barbados. But I'm not sure about that. Because the coast looks weird and too detailed. I don't know. Like maybe it's Suriname. No. Top middle is 9. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, you got 30 seconds left here.
Yeah, I'm gonna risk it and go for Barbados, bottom right.
All right, Barbados,
That's what I thought it was.
bottom right. That is incorrect, Blinky.
Yeah.
All right, Finbar's taking the
Ecuador on top
lead.
middle.
I'm sorry, what did you
I
get?
thought it was Guinea.
I thought it was Moldova top middle.
Top middle is Dominica. Actually,
Oh, okay, yeah, good luck for that one.
that is 5 points. That's going to be our lowest points. Top right is Andorra, as Blinky said. Top left,
Bro, I knew
bottom left, obviously
Nice.
everyone knew. This one was the highest one, of course. Belarus, 69 points. And then bottom right is Mauritius, 11 points. So
True.
yeah.
Mauritius,
Yeah,
pretty
what
good.
was that going for?
Yeah.
I thought Andorra was too easy compared to Benin, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a hard shape to. I just feel like it's an ambiguous shape, and that's what the playtesters thought. Compared to Benin, I feel like I don't know, because like this is like. Anyway, you can take that up with the review board post match.
but based on my thoughts of who the playtesters would be, I just thought a non-Street View country wouldn't be too high.
Well, how often do you get Andorra and GeoGuessr? To be fair, you're not really looking at
More
the
often
shape.
than Benin,
Yeah, but you're not really looking at the shape. To be
I
fair.
suppose. Yeah.
All right. Save the complaints for later, Finbar. Thank you. All right, you're
My bad,
starting
my bad.
off round 4. Here we go. It's going to be called Size Matters. All right. So you're going to get a country, and you're going to have to tell me the largest city by population in that country. It doesn't have to be the capital city. It just has to be the largest city by population in that country. All right.
Control city limits.
It's based off of Metro, I want to say, because I pulled this off of the World Population Review website. So
Yeah, it's always scary going off of one versus the other because I'm scared I'm going to know one and like it's going to be different for a different metric. But
here we go. Finbar, you're starting us off.
Jeffers, like what?
Which are you thinking of going for, Finbar?
I'm thinking of going for Bolivia, but I don't know what it's going to be.
All right.
Or wait. I'm not certain on any of them. So that's an issue.
That's kind of the point of the category, isn't it?
Well, there's an obvious guess for the last one, but that might not even be right. Oh, Jeff.
All right, well, you got 30 seconds left to make that decision, Finbar.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I have the top one, but I don't know if I want to go for the top one because I feel like that's kind of known. Okay, I'm gonna mock it completely.
Okay, let's hear it. Can't wait to hear the mocking.
Is Pakistan Karachi?
Is that what you're locking in?
Yes.
All right, that is correct, Finbar. Good job.
Yes. Okay.
All right, over to Blinky.
I mean, I know the second one. And I have a guess for the last one, but it might be super risky. kind of cool if I get it. If it's not the obvious answer.
All right, what are you going for here, Blinky? I mean, you got 45 seconds left. You still have time, so.
And what's the score like?
Okay, the scores are Finbar has 247, you have 220, Oscar has 236.
Wait, are you sure? Wait,
It's 247 with the points added, because I have a
from
calculation. Yeah, with the points added from this round. I kind of did a little spoiler there, but it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, I'll go save this time. I guess I'll go Bolivia, Santa Cruz.
All right, that is your final answer. That is correct. Very nice, Blinky. All right, Oscar, over to you. You can't take Bolivia or Pakistan.
Yeah, I wanted to do Santa Cruz because I learned that that's actually bigger than La Paz, and I was like coping super hard in a video recently. Australia, I mean, Australia is actually contested because like kind of Melbourne's overtaking Sydney right now.
It is pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, so it depends. I mean, I've definitely heard people say it's bigger in Australia, but I think that would be a pretty silly one to go for, considering it is kind of contested. I mean, my gut would be to say Sydney, but yeah. Then we have the other ones. I can't even remember what the capital of San Marino is, if it's just called I don't even know if it's just called San Marino or what. I'm pretty sure Tajikistan is Dushanbe, and I'm pretty sure that would be the biggest city, but I'm actually not sure if I'm right about that. Like Uzbekistan, Tashkent, yeah, Ashgabat for Turkmenistan. So I think it should be Dushanbe.
Is that what
I think that's my best option left. Yeah, I mean, with the Australia 50-50, I think I'm just going to go Dushanbe.
All right.
Because I don't know the others.
Dushanbe is correct. Nice job. Everybody getting non-100s there. Does anybody have an idea for the other three? Australia is Sydney, just by a slim margin. And then, does anybody have an idea? Oh, yeah, San Marino. Blinky, go for it.
I was going to say Seravaye.
Seravaye would have been correct, Blinky.
Oh.
Australia is Sydney. Bolivia, 45 Santa Cruz de la Sierra. The Gambia is actually Serekunda. It is not the capital, so it would have been a pointless answer. Pakistan, Karachi at 59.
How is Karachi 59?
I mean, it's the biggest. Okay. Tajikistan, Dushanbe is 71. And then San Marino, Seravaye is going to be 9 points. All right. In the playtesting, a lot of people did say La Paz for the Bolivia one, for the record. That's why it's a bit lower than the Karachi one. People didn't get Karachi wrong in the playtesting. All right, over to round 5. Blinky's going to be going first here. We're going to have a category called Appreciating UNESCO. You're going to get a photo of a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You're going to have to tell me which country that UNESCO World Heritage Site is in. All right, Blinky, you're starting us off. Here we go.
Damn. I don't know how well known some of these are. Yeah, it's pretty tough. I think top left one is probably not that well known. So I will go for top left Madagascar.
Top left Madagascar. That is correct, Blinky. Good pull. All right, Oscar, over to you.
Oh, gosh. Well, I thought the top left was China, so that's good.
That is debate on that round, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know any of them. I'm actually just using GeoGuessr skills now.
Photos for your world. Probably. Which one are you thinking of going for?
So cool. I think I want to go on the bottom left.
Okay.
But, I mean, there's still like 3 countries I think that could be, or 4, so... Yeah, good luck, Jeff. The top right is just so cool. I want to guess that, but I have no idea where it is. That's the problem. Alright, I guess I'll just go bottom left. I think it should be Laos. But I think it could also be Vietnam, China, or Thailand. But I'll go Laos.
All right, Laos is your guess. That is going to be incorrect, Oscar. All right, over to Finbar now. Finbar, you can walk us through your thought process here.
Wish I had more thoughts to walk through you with, but I was thinking bottom left was Vietnam, but I don't want to lock it in. Top middle is probably, I mean, I don't know, it looks like Croatia or Monty, probably, unless I'm completely mocking it. Bottom middle, like, I don't know what that is.
I can see on Blinky's face cam, he's trying so hard not to flame you right now, but go for it.
Bro, is he flaming me for top middle or bottom middle? Oh, Jack.
Mostly top middle.
Okay, so I don't want to guess top middle then, right? So I'm not pre
No, I'm not saying
Bro,
you're
why are
wrong.
you helping? He's winning.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong or you're right. Thing to say.
Okay, well, okay, so it's probably just like Uzbekistan or something. I've mocked it. And then bottom right,
Okay, yeah.
bottom right's probably just Mongolia or something. But like, I don't know if I want to send it.
All right, well, you got 30 seconds left to make that decision.
Oh, Jeffers. Bro, I don't want to send Croatia anymore because of this Blinky fella. So, am I going Mongolia or Vietnam? Like, bro, the house. Maybe it's China. Or is it just Thailand? No, I feel like Vietnam makes more sense than Thailand.
All right, you got 10 seconds. Pick.
Vietnam, bottom left.
All right, Vietnam bottom left is incorrect, unfortunately.
Bro, it is
That
Croatia.
would've been my
It's just Croatia.
It's Dubrovnik. It's famous.
Yeah, it is famous. It is famous.
It's Dubrovnik.
Jeffers.
Yeah.
All right, top.
I've been to Dubrovnik and I didn't recognize it.
It's
Why
the-
are
it's
the roofs
the-
look so red?
It's the old town. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been on that pier, I think.
Top right is Pena Palace in Sintra, in Portugal. Bottom middle is the Schönbrunn Palace in Austria.
Oh, I've been there too.
I've been there as well. That's why I included it.
Well, I did actually think that, but I thought it was a palm tree, and I thought it was like some African temple.
Oh,
before.
fairs.
I thought it was the one in like Ivory Coast or something.
And then bottom right, Finbar, you were on it. It is Mongolia. I'm leaving bottom left. Is anybody? Well, bottom left is the hardest one. I will say that much. So
China, Thailand?
top left is Madagascar, Croatia. We have Portugal. This one is Cuba. The Vinales
Right.
Valley,
Hard.
4 points.
What the hell?
Austria, 56, and Mongolia going to be 36.
Mongolia was such a better guess.
All right, we can go to the
Mongolia's
scores.
kind of easy.
Yeah, scores on the doors here. Blinky is in the lead now with 284. Finbar, you're at 347, and Oscar's at 407. All right, Oscar, you're leading us off this round, though, which is going to be
that's good.
called Riddle Me This. So you will get a riddle, and you're going to have to tell me which country is best described by that riddle. All right, here we go.
Okay. One named for treasure beneath my ground, where empires fought for a golden crown. So not Argentina. An island caught in time's tight grip. Wait, no, it could still be Argentina. With vintage cars and sugar ship. Okay, I know that one. I yell all, it's time to run. Okay, that was an easy one. In my capital, a river splits a tale of two. Old meets new with a parliament view. Interesting, some capital city maybe. Where dragons roam in real life, a potential getaway from daily strife. Okay, I think I know that one too. Maybe. Salt flats gleam with endless snow. Division through mountains to green below. Okay. Now the one I said wasn't Argentina could be Argentina.
All right, you got 22 seconds left here, Oscar.
I should get some extra time for reading it out for everyone.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I give you an extra 15 for that.
I have to go. Like I'm so far behind. I don't think I can win anyway. But I'm gonna go for a harder one. I'm gonna say the where dragons roam in real life. I'm not too sure about that. but I think the getaway angle from Daily Strife. I mean, I know like Bhutan's a really secluded country; they don't really let many people in. I could be completely mocking it, but I'm going to lock in Bhutan for that.
All right, Bhutan is incorrect there, Oscar. All right.
Unlucky.
Yeah, a little unlucky. All right, Finbar, over to you.
I don't know too many of them for certain. Like, I have theories for all of them, but I'm only really certain on the third one, probably.
Okay.
That's the obvious one. But,
I will say the deficit between you and Blinky is about 60 points right now.
I know, we'd be perfectly tied if I went Mongolia. But unfortunately I did not. I'm leaning towards wanting to go with the second one. But
All right, 30 seconds, Finbar.
yeah, I'm just gonna lock in second one and go Cuba.
All right, you're locking in Cuba. That is correct. Very nice. All right, Blinky, you have the pick.
I feel like there's no way you put less than 40 points for Cuba. I feel like it's too easy, so I feel like I can risk it maybe. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea about top one. Yeah, third one is obviously Spain. A fifth one I thought was just China, but even though Oscar's explanation made some sense. And last one is Bolivia, I'm pretty sure. I thought the fourth one might be Serbia, because Belgrade is split into with New Belgrade and Old Belgrade by the Danube. So I don't know if I just rely on the score being over 40 for Finbar and try something risky. I can just,
30
get
seconds
bragging
left.
rights for saying that Belgrade is the answer if it's correct, and just go for Bolivia for the bottom one.
Okay, you're going for Bolivia for the bottom one?
Yeah.
Okay. Bolivia is correct. Very nice. All right. Top one is a bit of a tough one. It's the country that was formerly known as Gold Coast. That's why
Ghana.
it was. Yeah, Ghana is correct. That would have been 11. Probably the hardest one there. Cuba is correct. Cuba's going to get you 68.
What?
Pretty easy
Hey,
one, I
brother.
think. I mean, we got the vintage cars and all that.
But there's a few islands it could have been.
Spain, by far the easiest one, 93. The capital one is actually Budapest, and we're talking about Hungary, Buda and Pest, splitting the city, and you have the parliament right on the river there. And that would have been 73. The dragons roam in real life. We're talking about Komodo dragons on this one. And we were talking about Indonesia for this one. So that would have been 31 points. Bolivia, Blinky, still nets you 53. So you do take the win home today.
What?
What's that?
Oh, it was
Hey,
What do you mean? I mean, Cuba was way easier. What?
Hungary versus. Okay, how is Hungary?
Yeah, Hungary, I feel like-
Bolivia is 52.
Yeah.
I feel
I mean,
like
sure,
Hungary-
the parliament maybe makes it more Budapest, but like, I didn't know, aren't Buda and Pest like two somewhat old towns?
Bag was not pulling Hungary.
Well, Bag did not playtest this, so
I'm surprised.
that probably makes sense. All right, well,
I guess.
Blinky, you take the win there with a 337 score. Finbar in second with a 415, and Oscar with 507. Finbar and Oscar, you guys can play this final round for fun if you would like, but Blinky will be playing for the win here. All right, Blinky, here's your category theme. It's going to be called For You page. I can imagine probably only Oscar has TikTok out of you three, but here we go. Starting the timer here. We're going to have a 3-minute timer on this one. And Blinky, your theme, your question is going to be capital cities with only 4 letters. So you're going to give me 3 answers. You can get me 3. Each of you message me 3 capital cities with only 4 letters. We'll go through all 3 of them. And if one of them is pointless, Blinky, you win. All right, here we go. Starting the timer now.
I mean, I can think out loud first and then lock in my 3 answers.
You
right?
can, yeah. Yeah, you're playing
Yeah.
solo, so.
Messages well done,
Okay, man.
in theory.
My first
You want.
idea was Juba.
Yeah, you can
Sounds
DM me. Not in the group, obviously.
Oscar was typing in the group.
Oscar is typing in the group. Oscar, don't.
I was not gonna press send.
Okay.
But I will make a DM instead.
I mean, Oslo or something like that would be way too high in score. Other than Juba, honestly, like for obscure, I feel like none of the like island nations have 4 letters. Oh, no, there's Suva for Fiji. I guess you guys, I'm speaking out loud, so you guys now are spoiled by my answers, but I'm
I
not
haven't answered yours. Those are way too easy, boss.
should have deafened.
Damn. You're
There's no way
flipping.
you guys already have better answers than Suva.
Okay, Dallin, both of mine are better than his, right?
I'm not going to say yet. You've only sent me 2, though. You should send me 3,
Bro,
if possible.
2 pointless answers already.
All right, Blinky, you have 1 minute and 45 seconds left here. You still got time to think through it.
I'm not great with like the Pacific Islands capitals. I don't really know them.
I mean, for me, my rule is if it's not in the game, then I just don't know the capital. For most countries, to be fair. Or still not sent me a 3rd. He's still thinking.
Bro, I've put, like, I don't need to answer.
But what if you could possibly get all 3 pointless answers?
Is there 3 exactly?
I don't know. There could be. I'm just saying, theoretically.
Nah. It's hard.
All right, you got 1 minute left, Blinky.
I don't think in the Caribbean any of them are 4 letters. There's no way. What is the Equatorial Guinea one called again?
All right, 36 seconds left.
Jeepers.
All right, Finbar's just sticking with his 2, it appears. Oh, no, he's typing.
Like, the only good one left is one of the ones Blinky said.
I don't think I can think of something else right now. So I guess I'll go for... I mean, Oslo for a filler 3rd, and Suva and Juba.
All right, so you're going Suva, Juba, and Oslo, correct?
Yeah.
Those are your 3? All right.
Yeah.
And Oscar has sent me his. Okay, we'll reveal their answers first. Oscar sent me Juba, Riga, and Kiev. None of those are going to be pointless answers today. But Mr. Barbar Bunda has sent me 2 pointless answers. Dili, which is the capital of Timor-Leste.
Oh, Timor, yeah.
And Male, which is the capital of the Maldives. And Juba is the 3rd one that you sent, but that's not going to be a pointless answer today.
Yeah, there was no good ones left.
So these are our 14 pointless answers here.
Okay, what are you saying? So Juba is pointless then? What?
It is. Juba is not. Sorry, not a pointless answer. Sorry, it's the correct answers.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I misspoke. Apia would have been 13, Baku 67, Bern 77, Dili, pointless answer as I already mentioned, Doha 71, Juba 52, Kiev 84, Lima 90, Lome is going to be another pointless answer, and Male, as we answered. Oslo 88, Riga 78, Rome 97, and is Suva a pointless answer on the board? It is not. It's 2 points. Unfortunate there.
How is Juba 52 and Lome 0?
That's mock.
Yeah, Juba 52 is a wild one, boss. I won't lie.
Listen. Playtesters, people went for Juba like multiple times. Is all I'll say. All right.
Okay.
You're gonna have to take that up with the playtesters. You can send angry comments to GGMoney420 and co if you would like. But that's gonna wrap up the episode today. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, of course. Let's do a little bit of an outro if you guys would like to give shout outs. Blinky, you're the winner, so I'll start off with you. Anything to shout out? Anything you want to speak on?
Shout out Diono, Finbar, and Zigzag.
All right, thank you. Oscar?
Yeah, shout outs to Blinky. Also, shout outs to anyone who believed in me, even though your trust was misplaced.
All right, and Finbar?
Yeah, congrats to Blinky on the win, and shout out to Richard Osman.
Who's Richard?
True.
And I hear you.
And Alexander, whatever his name is,
Richard Osman carries that show. We don't need to lie.
Alexander Armstrong.
All right, great. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another GeoGuessr video. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.